I quit my high-paying job in the tech industry and moved to Montana to pursue my dream of starting my own whiskey distillery. Just around $25,000 to my name and a few pieces of equipment I brought with me. We're starting from scratch. Will our whiskey distillery be successful? We'll find out. This is Whiskey RP. Welcome back to Whiskey RP. We are going to start off the month of May by cutting the grass. It's really the only thing we have to do. We could fertilize the soybeans and also treat it for weeds. We'll probably use the weeder next month instead of using the smaller hoe this month. Powering through here, got the tedder out, getting this turned into hay for us. And then we will windrow it and get it baled up, and this shouldn't take, it's a really small field. We talked about this being a little too small, like maybe redoing some of the paths out here and extending it possibly, or maybe finding another area to turn into grass. We could also plant trees here too and just cut the grass in the outskirts of the fields to have enough hay for the sheep. I'm just worried when they reproduce more and we have a lot of sheep that the food's gonna go by a lot faster at that point. So we got to keep that in mind, and we're still learning how to be a farmer that has animals around. And if this keeps going good, it might be fun to have more animals around. So we'll see how that goes. But whiskey's still going to be the #1 priority, and very soon we're hoping to hear back from that license or the liquor board, and we'll have our interviews with them soon, and should get it pretty quickly back into the state it was when the unfortunate discovery of the police happened. So we were pending some approvals, and we'll hopefully get back into that stage soon. I do know they'll probably want to see the facility, at least the blueprints and the plans of it. And then at that point, after it's approved, it'll be approved pending final walkthrough of the building and the facility, which is where we were very close to last time. So just driving around a little crazy here, but yeah, I'm looking forward to getting it to that point where we're waiting for approval and have the inspectors come in and make sure everything's looking good. So, and we'll definitely keep you updated on that aspect. But let's go ahead and get the windrower out here next, get this all prepped for bales. Just checking on the sheep afterwards here. We started with 2 bales, so now we have 4 more. We have 6 in reserve. We still have this one that's slowly, it's going to be gone hopefully soon, because they're not, they're eating a little bit. It looks like some of them are going to be close to reproduction, either at 40%, some are at 20%, and some are close to puberty here, 4 of them. So this should start increasing here pretty quick. Maybe a year from now, this will be a ton of sheep. See what else there is to do. I think that's it. We'll check on the inventory of the sawmill. We'll fill that up if it's needed. If not, it'll be June. Well, I hope a lot wasn't muted, so we'll do a little catch up here if it was. So we're harvesting, we're working away, we got workers going. We'll drive up to this tractor, or to the semi so you can see, but we did 1 load already. We made about 82,000, I believe it was. And we're just plugging away here. Almost have the second trailer full. You can see, yeah, the front is full already. We're working on the back now. Hoping to get, let's see, if those are 2 different hoppers there, I'm hoping to get 3 hoppers and get $100,000 more here, but I don't know if we'll get that lucky. Well, harvest is all done. Sent our workers on home for the day. We have 17,000 liters in here. So we're gonna put this somewhat close and have it just prepped, but we're gonna go sell the semi first. Then we will return for this load as well. Lots of money incoming. Oh, it's nice to be harvesting. And here we are. Selling more barley. 41,000. Oh, we're almost at 360,000. Let's go get the rest and see where we're sitting. This is huge. So based off the numbers from the last few, this should be another $34,000, putting us very, very close to 400,000. My, oh my, not even a year removed from being released from jail. And at this point, we've made well over $1 million back. Insane. $35,000. We're at 398. Well, we're at the store, and let's just go in and I'll show you. We're kind of being irresponsible, but we deserve it. We just spent $373,000 on a new tractor. And there it is. Case IH Magnum 400. We'll get our semi here in a little bit, but we're gonna go ahead and oh, look at this cab. Is it more than we need? Probably. It's 435 horsepower. It's definitely more than enough for our implements, but we're gonna wanna upgrade. we're going to want to spend more money, and we're going to want to do more upgrades and slowly get better implements while we're still balancing the money to be able to get these productions back up and running and repurchased and reinstalled on the farm. But this new Case IH Magnum, oh my goodness, I've been eyeing this since we found out that we purchased a stolen John Deere. Decided, you know what? Bad luck with John Deere. We're going to go with Case IH this time. It's going to match the harvester. Very much so. Let's drive over there and put these two together and see how they look. Oh man, can't wait to get a big cultivator, a bigger planter, a bigger seeder, just bigger implements and pull it with this tractor. All these twin tires here, the duals. Oh, looking great. So one thing that was lost while I was running in mute and talking to myself without the microphone enabled was that we leased this to do herbicides. So let's head on over to the soybeans field and we'll kind of show why. So we can see here the weeds were pretty tall, and when we came out here with the weeder this morning, we thought we were going to be able to pick them all up with the weeder, but they grew too fast on the soybeans. So we had to use herbicide. It was pretty sad because we do not necessarily like using that on this playthrough. Yeah, one of the things that we tried to keep true is we want all of our crops to be natural and not have chemicals in them as much as possible. So I guess fertilizer would be chemicals as well, so we would potentially want to get some cows to be able to get some manure so that we don't have to use chemicals. So long term that might be something that we think about doing, but as of now we've been just using the liquid fertilizer and the other nitrogen too, the solid fertilizer as well. But we'll go ahead and get these fertilized. There's just, catching up on some things that you missed. So we do have this leased for the day. We had a worker take care of it for us earlier. We're going to take care of it now. Some other things that we might want to do is check the sawmill, make sure there's enough inventory. We probably mentioned that already. And we're going to do the sugar beets as well, because they are due for the second layer of fertilizer as well, or second application, I should say. One of the other things that we mentioned while testing this out is I think I'm going to purchase something like this. This is beyond amazing. This width is impressive, and it's nice that it has, the narrow tires. You can see we're not even touching a crop, really. We're just rolling right in between them. Pretty impressive setup here, and I think it's definitely something we want to look into long term for the farm. And this is finishing up the first field. We're going to go ahead and just go straight over to the sugar beets and get the second application of fertilizer put down on that as well. Still got plenty of sunlight today. It's only, what, 4 o'clock? Yeah, plenty of time to still get some things around the farm done here in June. Yeah, I'm convinced this is pretty sweet. So fast to get this job done on these larger fields. My goodness, this would save so much time if we had one of these. If we purchased one and had it as our own, so we didn't have to pay. It was $13,000 to lease this. So we're going to go ahead and get this taken back to the store. And luckily, it's not too far away. And we're going to come back and probably pick up that straw, because it'd be nice to get that all ready to make some money off of it. We don't need it for anything else. And it could be an excuse to use the new tractor, even though it might be a little OP for that. Yeah, let's get this, we'll get this dropped off. Try not to run over any more crops. And yeah, jump in the new Case IH. Oh, and what's nice about returning this now is we can also pick up our tractor, or our semi. All right, thank you very much. Oh, they moved that fast. So we're going to get in this tractor and we're going to drive up to this field. I just had a very interesting conversation with the sales clerk in the leasing department at the dealership here, and he's telling me that this field is for sale right here. This one to our left. As you can see, it looks like it's going to be ready to harvest here soon. Let's just jump out here and take a look. Yeah, it's looking like it was taken care of pretty good. That's some good growth on this barley. And we didn't keep any barley from our crops, so I'm going to look in. We're going to head home. We're going to call an audible. We don't have a lot of money to purchase a field right now, but we will in the morning when we sell more goods from the sawmill. So let's go ahead and call it a night. We can pick up the straw tomorrow. Everything else around the farm's good. We can do the fertilization on the grapes later on, but yeah, let's go ahead and give the sawmill a little time to make us some money, and we'll get in contact with them tonight to find out what the price is and see if we have enough money to pull that off in the morning. Great morning. We're going to take care of the pallets from the maple syrup first, and then we're going to get a hold of Isaac. We talked to him last night. He is now, willing to really communicate with us. He's proud of our changes we've made in our life, and he's been watching us from afar. So I think we're recovering pretty good, and had a good conversation with him about possibly helping me meet the farmer that owns that farm over there, or that field, and see if they're willing to sell it to us for a decent price. And I think we do have enough money. I think it was around $77,000 is what they were looking for. So I think that's what we're going to do next. We'll get Isaac on the phone after we sell this. I want to make sure we have enough money going, or maximize our money as we drop a pallet. Maybe we do one at a time. But yeah, we'll get all these sold and we will find out about that field. Well, all that is taken care of and $77,000 gone, but we still have $27,000 because we sold all of the maple syrup. We got it over to the distribution plant, and they're going to send those out to all the customers that have made orders. But that means we got to jump back on the harvester. We're going to get back in the harvester, get a worker or two over here to help us with this harvest. Double harvest. Nice. So we spent $77,000. It'll be interesting to see how close we get to breaking even on that. And I'm still willing and thinking about taking the risk on the barley. I'm not sure if we're going to be ready to use barley by June or July of next year, and if we play this right, we can get barley planted pretty quick here once it's about time to start doing that, and it'll be June of next year where we could be prepared for the whiskey distillery. Because remember, the things that we found out is we still need to get sugar produced, and then we need to get the grapes harvested and sent over to the yeast factory once we get that back. So we have time after we even purchase some of these facilities before we can actually produce whiskey. So we're going to take advantage of this opportunity that came into our hands. And Gina apparently, or Gianna, I believe is how you pronounce her name, was willing to sell that and was just ready to move on from farming. So luck in our name. I guess this field to our left here is one that I have my eyes on next. I really want to get more land, and yeah, I think you'll see the plan long term is going to be pretty awesome. So yeah, we'll get this harvested, and we might want to upgrade our header eventually. It'd be a little bit bigger so we can do this a little bit quicker, and maybe get an extension on the hopper here. See if this tractor or this combine is compatible for that. But we'll get this filled up. We'll get the auger wagon over here, and yeah, it's exciting. Surprise harvest for us. And the other crops are all taken care of except for the grass field. We need to really keep an eye on that. It wouldn't hurt if we went one time without fertilizing it, especially with the way the sheep are handling food and don't have a huge demand there. So we might be okay missing out on that for one cycle. So this might be extreme overkill for this tractor to use it pulling a wagon, but I want to use it. So we're definitely going to pick up the auger wagon with this, and I think based on how close we are to the sales location, we might just keep the semi here at home, and that'll save us a little bit of money because we'll only have to have one worker help us with this harvest. So we'll only have one person to bring in, and I think that'll be okay. And yeah, this feels silly, but again, I wanted to use it. It's our new toy. It's our new tractor. I wanted to get some use out of it. So we'll head on over to the field. We've already got one full hopper. We're not even at one headland, so it'll be good. It looks like the yield is turning out similar to our field. It is a little smaller. Well, it is our field as well now, but it's our original field here to the right. The field is a little smaller, so I don't think we'll get quite as much money as we did last time, which was, gosh, almost $200,000, I believe, like $180,000. So we should be sitting pretty good, though. I'm hoping to get that $77,000 back from just this single harvest. And, between the straw in both fields, I think we'll be sitting pretty good by the end of July. All right, let's go ahead and get this unloaded and back to harvesting. Yeah, you can see this is how far we got. We started at that corner back there and looped around almost about 50%, I guess, for one hopper full. An extension would be nice on this harvester long term so that we can do things a little more efficiently. And a second one wouldn't be bad long term, especially if we keep buying fields. Another plus to this is there's a little bit more grass that we could cut next time we decide to do a big silage run. And yeah, it's got me tempted here. I think after all of the fall harvest, we'll definitely do that for some extra income, and hopefully we'll be sitting pretty good this winter to start building our productions. It looks like exactly 4 hoppers fills up this trailer, so that's good to know. So we'll be able to take this hopper worth, get 2 more, and then we'll send it on over to the store, start getting it sold. I think we are going to sell it all. We really need to capitalize on money, and we need to stop spending. I don't think that's going to happen. We'll get there, though. All right, that's one way to do it. Kind of wishing this trailer was red at this point. This would be a nice red setup here. All right, we are full. Let's see if we can get this sold before they are full in the harvester. Let's get back in a hurry. I think I can already tell this is going to be more than profitable. I think we got that field for a steal, and that's what happens sometimes when people are just done maintaining their own property and they just wanted to get out, and nobody else in town, you know, in this small town we live in, was willing to really, you know, purchase that and take advantage of it, and it's to our benefit. So let's see if we can get this sold here. Yes, it will. Perfect. $53,358 for the first trailer load. Yeah, this thing's gonna pay for itself today. And it looks like we've made it back in time. Man, what a good day so far. All right, we've got our second load all full here, and this one will be a little more challenging to get back before they're completely full because we weren't able to completely empty the harvester that time. So we'll get this going. Try to go real quick again. But we officially are in the green for this field. What a wise decision we've just made. 53 more thousands of dollars, almost 54,000 there. We're at 146. Oh yeah, I think that's enough. That's a way to put damage on our new tractor. We should have enough money for one of the productions, and I think the first one we'll want to do is probably the sugar factory. I think I need to lose my license. I need to be careful. We need to make this wider. This is not the best opening there. We don't own all the property yet, so we can't do that. But we might talk to the county about that. Or find out, you know, who owns the other field, and maybe we can work together and I'll pay for it just to get that widened. That might be the best plan. But you see, we got a little bit left to do on this harvest. And then we're going to take a nice lunch break because we do have a storm incoming. And after that, we will pick up the straw and maybe take care of the grass field. Maybe get some fertilizer on that. Was hoping to get a third trailer full, but it looks like we'll be at about 70. Oh, we'll be lucky to get to 70% here, but that should bring in about $40,000. So when all's said and done, we spent 77 to get the field, and we're going to be sitting at about $146,000 of income. We nearly doubled. Nearly doubled. Wow. Let's get this sold and see. Why am I having traffic issues today? All right, let's get this sold. Got to be in here? Why won't you sell now? There it goes. Let's get this sold. Let's see where we're at. Gosh, this Case IH Magnum 400 is amazing. Oh, man. What a great purchase. 37,000, so not too bad. So I think we did make $140,000 there. And I do not regret purchasing that field. And we still got the money to make off the straw. So that was a pure profit. And, you know, everyone else in town that farms lost out there. So not going to complain. We're going to take a lunch break, get all the equipment put away. And that means I will catch you on the next episode of Whiskey RP. Thanks for hanging out. As always, I appreciate every single one of you. I'm Socksway Up. I'll catch you on the next episode.